Hello and welcome or re-welcome to my channel. I know it's been a long time. Maybe one video I can just do a chit chat up to speed with my life. So much has gone on. It's almost been like a year since I filmed. So today I just filmed this tutorial for you. You can obviously see it down at the bottom, what it's called. I don't know what I'm going to be calling it yet. But I just felt really inspired to do a more goldy kind of look, which is why I've done it all kind of goldy, bronzy, warm tone type of look. Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy it. It's just a little bit of fun, a little bit of glamour. And obviously, if you don't have me on any of my social medias, my Instagram name will be here. And I've also got my Snapchat, which you can follow me on over here. But I hope you guys enjoy. Obviously, any comments or anything you want to see, just leave it down in the comment box below. And I'll see you real soon. Okay, bye.
Hello, it's been a long time. So I'm just starting off with priming my eyes with the Benefit Industrial Strength Boing Concealer. I use concealer to prime my eyes because for me it works the best, to be honest. And then I just usually set it with just some loose setting powder. So I'm actually using the Laura Mercier Invisible Translucent Powder to set my eyelids. And now it's well overdue. I should have done a video as soon as this came out. I'm using the Jaclyn Morphe palette. I love this palette, you guys. It's perfect. You can tell makeup artist has created it because it's got the perfect transition shades and everything. So I'm starting off with Pukey in my crease. This is a perfect transition for me, for my skin tone. I really love colours like that. So I'm just literally rubbing that with a natural hairbrush in the crease to make a seamless blend. I'm not going in with too many shadows. And then I'm actually going in afterwards with a shade called Mocha. And I'm using a slightly more precise brush to blend that in. I'm not doing it too high up in my crease, but not too low at the same time. It's kind of happy medium because I'm kind of doing it as a soft cut crease, so not one where you sculpt out with concealer, but I'm just using the shadows to just create dimension on my eyes. So I'm just going back and forth, and then I'm going in back with the natural hairbrush to just blend it out to make it a little bit more seamless. I really wanted to show you guys how to do a really glamorous goldy kind of look, but also for you to see how easy it is. So I'm literally just blending back and forth with the different brushes until I get a seamless, no harsh lines kind of blend. And then now I'm going in with this shade Central Perk, love that name. And I'm actually using a small crease brush, and I'm just using it to just carve out my crease a little bit. As I said, I didn't want this to be a harsh cut crease look, but I still wanted to just show the difference in the dimensions. So I'm just going in my crease from outer to just inner, but not too far because I didn't want it to look squinty. And then I just kind of blend it out slightly with the other brushes. So I'm just using a slightly more tapered type of blending brush to just get in the crease, to just blend it out a little bit more. As I said, no harsh lines. And now it's time for the star of the show, and that's this lovely golden colour called Queen. I love this gold. It's got like kind of warmy, orangey, kind of peachy tones as well as that gold. So it's not just like straight up gold, it's got a lot of dimension to it. It would look flattering on a lot of skin tones. The formulation of these shadows are so creamy, it's so easy for me to just pack that on there to slightly carve out the crease, not using any concealer really. So that's just what I did to create the look. And then I'm using the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Liner in Midnight Cowboy, my favourite all-time shade out of that range. It's so versatile, so I'm just using it to pop it in the centre of the eye to give it more of a pop, if that makes sense. And I'm just fanning myself here to keep it dry because it will transfer if you don't let it dry properly. And then I'm using the Marc Jacobs Re-Markable Liner Pen to just do a line to just show a little bit of dimension between the eyelashes and the actual eye, because I am going to put false lashes on. So I've just put that on as a little guide for myself. You can use any eyeliner though, you don't have to be bougie like me. And then I found these new fave lashes from Boots. This is by Eylure, and they're wispy, which is why I really like them. I've never seen these kind of lashes by Eylure, so I've just bought them because I wanted to really make the look stand out. And then I'm just using Urban Decay Perversion Mascara to just blend my natural lashes into the false lashes a little bit better. But you can use whatever mascara, it doesn't really matter at this point. So now I'm just wiping up any fallout that may have dropped on my face. That's why I tend to do my eyes first. So for this look today, I'm using two different primers. I'm using the Lancome La Base primer. It is a smoothing primer. I really, really like this primer. I love the way how my foundation looks when I wear this primer. If you are oily, you may not be in love with it, but if you're normal to dry, I'd definitely say you should try it. And I'm also using the Makeup Forever Radiance primer, and I'm just putting that more towards the high points of my face because I really want them to like pop and shine. So for this look, I wanted it to be quite full coverage. So for full coverage, long-lasting makeup, my two favourite foundations to wear is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick with the Ofra Cosmetics Peptide Foundation. The two of them together are a match made in heaven. The colours of the foundations, which is why I put them together, I prefer the colour of them on my skin together, but you don't obviously have to buy two different shades to make it work for you. But with this brush, which is the Lily Lashes brush, and I just spray a little bit of Fix Plus on the brush, and it really, really works nicely together. I'll be honest, I am in a bit of a love-hate relationship with this brush. With these foundations, it looks really nice, it looks really airbrushed, but on a day-to-day, I do prefer my Morphe M433. But for this look, I just wanted to try it out for the video so you can see how it looks. But it does look really airbrushed, especially for more thicker, creamier foundations. And if you want a more full coverage, flawless type of look, this is the brush to use, definitely. This is the first kind of oval brush I've actually tried, to be honest, so I thought I would show you today in the video. So I'm using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer to highlight and conceal underneath my eye. I use a brighter concealer to obviously lift my under eye. Nobody wants tired eyes. So instead of using my Real Technique sponge, which I used to always use, for this concealer, I really like using the Morphe E7. It's quite precise and it's like a beauty sponge on a stick, basically. It really blends it out seamlessly and I just feel like it looks really, really good. So I'm also putting the concealer on the high points of my face to highlight. So on my nose bridge, my forehead, the top of my lip, like my cupid's bow. And today I am really going to carve out my nose. So that's why I've put quite a bit of concealer on my nose bridge today to properly show you how I contour my nose, basically. So, oh dear, my Ben Nye Banana Powder is running out, but that's what I'm using it to set my concealer. So I'm doing it under my under eyes, on the high points of my face, like my nose bridge, and my forehead. I don't know what's wrong with me today. The words are not coming out. But yeah, this is what I use to set my face. Obviously, you do you. If you've got a setting powder that you'll ride or die for, then obviously use that. But this is what I use because I love Ben Nye Luxury Powders. I feel like it's really good. So I've got a new way of doing my eyebrows. So this is a brow kit by DFMA. It's actually the college that I actually studied at to do makeup. So I'm using the darkest shade. And what I do now for my eyebrows is I brush all the hairs up and then kind of use the spoolie to shape my eyebrows. And then I start at the bottom first and then I go on the top to create the shape that I want. I try to also fill in like the sparseness of my eyebrows, even though it doesn't look like I have sparseness because I have really thick eyebrows, but I really do. So I'm just kind of creating the shape that I want with it, and then I just kind of brush it and blend it. You know, obviously, as I've always said, I am not the queen of eyebrows, but I've actually found a way that I really like them, especially if I'm going to an event where I want a really glam look. This is how I do my eyebrows. So I just kind of brush it out towards the front so it doesn't look too heavy and blocky at the front. And then also what I've been doing is sculpting it out with concealer. So I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Weightless Concealer to sculpt it out with. Obviously use whatever concealer you like, but this is what I find works the best for me. So I just got a concealer brush and I'm literally just going around my eyebrow and just sculpting it out, and then I just blend it out as well so it looks seamless. I don't do this on a day-to-day basis, but for the purpose of this look, I thought I would show you guys how I'm doing my eyebrows now. It is a much more sculpted kind of look, and especially when I'm doing like my full beat, this is how I would do my eyebrows, basically. So here's how they look, quite pleased with them. So now I'm basically just going to line my waterline. I'm actually using Cargo Cosmetics liner. It's one of the first time I've used it. It's alright, not the best, but it's alright. I'm just using it to line my waterline. So then I'm going back in with that Central Perk shade on a flat definer brush just to diffuse that liner a little bit. I didn't want it to be too dark and smoky, but I still wanted something there. I never leave my lash line or my bottom lash line blank, so I'm just using that to have some definition. And then I'm going back in with the shade Pukey to just blend that out so that doesn't look harsh either, basically. So all the shades I've used on the top of my eye, I've just brought down to the bottom. So to highlight my inner corner, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glowkit in that glow, and I'm using it dripping in gold just on my inner corners, and I'm using it to hit the brow bone. I really, really, really love all of her glow kits, to be honest, but this one is one of my like faves. So I'm just using it to just basically highlight the high points of my face. So now I'm going into contour. So I'm using Makeup Geek Deal Breaker to just contour my face. I'm using a big Morphe brush because I wanted it to be contoured, but at the same time I don't want it to be quite harsh. I wanted it to be more warming, which is why I'm using a bigger brush. And I also hit like my temples as well with that. It's a trick that I use because on me I don't feel like when it's really sculpted it looks that nice. So I'm going in with another Makeup Geek shade, I don't know what it's called, but I'll put it in the description box, to just contour my nose. I'm using like a big domed eyeshadow brush to do it. It really works for me. So I'm just going down my nose bridge, or the sides of my nose bridge, and just blending that out. I find less is more when it comes to nose contour. When you do it too harsh, then you might be in a bit of trouble when it comes to blending it out. But I would say if you're using a cool tone to contour your face, then use a cool tone to contour your nose. So I'm going back in with that dripping in gold shade to just highlight my nose bridge. I'm just using like a really slim eyeshadow brush to do that. I'm going in with the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani limited edition blush palette. I'm using the shade Lo-Fi to just put a little something on my cheeks. I never leave my cheeks blank. You can leave your cheeks blank if you want. So then I'm going in with, I believe it's called Golden Bronze highlighter, and I'm putting copious amounts of that highlighter all over my cheeks because I'm actually going to layer my highlights. So I start off with a really kind of deeper bronzy one. I also hit my temples as well with that. Then I go in with the dripping in gold, and with them dripping in gold, sorry, and with a more precise brush, I hit the higher points of that. So I'm just layering the highlight so it looks more, so it looks like three-dimensional instead of just two-dimensional. I also put that highlight shade on my Cupid's bow, and just everywhere else basically. So I've just put a bit of Burt's Bees Coconut on my lips because I'm going in with a Gerard Cosmetics Double Shot Metallic Liquid Lip. It is amazing. The metallics are really, really nice, but they are a bit drying, which is why I have to put a bit of moisturizer on my lips before. I thought this colour was really interesting, so I really wanted to use it for this look. It's kind of like a goldy, peachy, everything. It's so nice. So to show you, I am wearing a bandeau dress. No, I'm not naked. I've got a bandeau dress on because I wanted to show you how you can highlight your body. So just say if you wanted to, you're going out with this look and you're wearing like a low-cut dress, put like your highlight on the high points, so like on the tops of your shoulders, your collarbone, your neck, well basically everywhere if you want, but the high points, it really stands out a lot more. And then I did the same thing like I did on my face. I've started off with the more bronzier one, and then with the lighter dripping in gold one, I've just put it like on the tips to really accentuate my collarbones, and you know, just to make me look more bronzy and golden instead of just flat basically. So here's just a close-up of how the makeup looks and how it came out. I really, really enjoyed making this look for you guys. I feel like it's so versatile and you can just change up the tones for any skin tone, which is what I really love. I hope you guys stick with me as I make more videos, and I'll see you real soon. Okay, bye!